More than 5,000 schools across the country shutting their doors to students last week. And that includes Chicago public schools, as most already plan to cancel class for the fourth day, Monday. Let's bring in our panel of moms, New York Post columnist Karol Markowicz, Duval County, Florida parent and host of the Quisha King Show, Quisha King, and Fairfax County, Virginia parent and former Wall Street Journal columnist Asra Nomani. Asra, I want to start with you because when this whole pandemic started, the schools said, give us money, and we're talking about billions of dollars of money, and we'll stay open. And now we're seeing them school. But more importantly, you've been trying to bring attention to how this money has been used. You say it has not been used entirely for COVID mitigation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's really outrageous. There's 5 letters that I want people to know, and they're ESSER, E-S-S-E-R. Since spring of 2020, the school systems have received almost $200 billion in this fund that's called ESSER, elementary school, secondary school recovery money. And so it's going for turf in schools, it's going for safe spaces, it's going for anything except getting kids back to school. And I just looked, and the bailout of the auto industry in 2008, they received $20 billion almost. So now the schools have received 10 times the amount that the auto industry got in their bailout, and yet kids aren't going back to school. So there's a place you can call. It's the Department of Education Inspector General, and you've got to follow the ESSER money in your school district. Just all you have to do is search your school district, put in the words ESSER, put in the letters ESSER, and you will find out where your money is going. And report it back to us because we're following the money.
Good. We got to follow the money. It'd be a shame if that COVID money was being used for more of these divisive equity programs. Quisha, I'm going to come to you really quick. Some schools are opening, and I've had reports from parents calling me, telling me they're making my kid wear an N95 mask, something that I find to be just outrageous. I can't imagine how they're going to get oxygen to their brain during the school day. Why are the schools not measuring the closures and these, onerous mask mandates against the psychological issues that we now know are happening? We have little girls, 15-year-old girls attempting suicides at rates we've never seen before.
It's unbelievable. I think it's all a push to get children vaccinated. I think they are trying to make this be something that they can coerce parents and children to take the vaccine. And we all know, even if they did all take the vaccine, they still wouldn't release the mask mandates. The studies have shown, other developed countries have shown that this is not, masking children is not healthy. It is causing them to be more isolated. And we all know when you're more isolated, you will start to develop mental health illnesses because, this is something that's already a problem in America, mental health issues. And we've seen the opioid crisis skyrocket, and I think we're going to see even more of that. And with the school closings, in particular Black and brown students, they are not getting the education that they deserve. Nikolai Vitti said to the Detroit Free Press that he was going to keep these schools closed, and these kids are already 4 and 5 months behind in learning. He's holding their education hostage unless they get vaccinated.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they're losing time with their education, but also this isolation you talk about. I think as you close schools, you close social outlets for kids, and I think they're on these all the time, and I think that's leading to some of the mental health issues that we're seeing, just way too much screen time. Karol, my kids used to say, you're not the boss of me. Sometimes I feel like that's what this relationship with the teachers union. Who's the boss? Don't we pay? Don't we pay for the teachers? Aren't we supposed to be in charge?
That's a really great question, because right now Chicago is in a leadership vacuum. It's great that Mayor Lightfoot is finally stepping up and fighting for these kids, but where's Governor Pritzker? Take the example from my governor, Ron DeSantis, and make these schools open. They got $1.8 billion in stimulus money, just the Chicago public schools. Now the union is actually accusing Mayor Lightfoot and saying she misspent the money. I think parents have to remember school is not free. We pay for these public schools to stay closed. past. So thank you to the Chicago Teachers Union for demonstrating that we absolutely should not be funding public school systems, and instead we should be funding students.
Yeah, I think that is actually such a great way to end this segment. It is about funding students and not systems. And if we come out of this pandemic, at least with that, maybe it will have been worth it. I don't know. But at least something good would have come out of it. Thank you both. You're all three of you are my heroes. I love when you're on the show. Reminds me that there's still hope out there. Thanks a lot, Quisha, Karol, Asra.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.